Hey, here we are.
Here we are. Yeah.
Real You Adventures podcast with Crosby, my son. And he's even got the Real You Adventures hat on. You want to show him?
You might even be, well, you can't, maybe you can, but I can't because it's reflecting.
That's all reversed.
It says, ooey, Jair, Agavagoba.
That's a nice try.
It says Real You Adventures. And you are even gonna, never mind. Okay. So, what are we talking about today?
Whatever. What do you want to talk about?
Okay. Let's start off with your favorite color. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue.
My favorite.
Do I have to say why?
Sure. I guess so.
Because it's a chill color. Chills my brain out. My mind can get overactive, so I like colors that calm my mind down. How about you? What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is black. I don't care if you say it's not a favorite. It's not even a color. It is, and I can decide what my favorite color is. So haha.
Oh, you're getting defensive. I'm not even coming back. You're already defending this color black.
And
that could be your favorite color.
I know. That's what
Why is it your favorite color?
Because it's also chillax.
It chills you out too?
Yeah.
That's good.
You're probably wondering if we have the virus, but no, we don't. It's just new rules, I guess.
Yes, we are wearing the masks, right? Why are we wearing the masks?
COVID, aka coronavirus.
Yeah. Help flatten the curve.
Hey, you guys want to hear a harmonica tune? Doesn't work. What's going on? Can you fix this? It's not working.
No, it's alright, man. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting.
I guess we should talk about what's going on right now.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
So what's going on?
What's going on?
COVID.
COVID?
Yeah. So what are your feelings about the coronavirus?
My feelings are, it escalated very quickly, and it kind of blindsided us as a world collectively, I think, but I feel like ultimately it helped in regards to everybody slowing down. Obviously, it's very tragic, and it's probably going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. A lot of unknowns. I am optimistic, though. I think things will be better ultimately in the long run. There's going to be ups and downs. But I think it's a good reset for the planet and all of us to kind of reevaluate what's important in life and where do we really want to be putting our focus and our attention.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So, for instance, like making this podcast and then making the hair and hats thing for you and me to have.
Also, on Instagram, I don't know what his thing is, but hair and hats. It's really funny. I have a bad
Are you plugging our Instagram? Don't.
Never mind.
Yeah, we started an Instagram called Hair and Hats where we do 1 minute skits.
Maybe not 1 minute, maybe about 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, so what do you think about it?
Well, I have before the rule where you can't go over to a friend's house started, I had a sleepover with my friend Parker. Third grade, really fun. I stayed up till 4 a.m. Watching YouTube and playing video games. And his mom's name is Michelle, and she said that the coronavirus thing, she thinks that it's a message from God that we need to be more thankful for what we have, or something like that. I think that's what she said.
Do you agree with her? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's also a kind of good point. I think it's a. I mean, I get it. I get why she thinks that, but I don't know.
Well, what do you think, Crosby?
My thoughts on it is that we should have been ready for it. We should have been
more prepared
and defensive. And I also think that the U.S. needs to test it more to see if there's any sort of cure or anti-venom or something like that. Anti-venom is for snakes. What am I saying?
A vaccine?
Yeah, a vaccine. And a way that we can not just slow it down, but actually stop it somehow.
Okay.
And my thoughts on straight towards the coronavirus thoughts on it are, it's really stupid. And I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
Well, I do, and I don't. I don't like it because it's getting millions of people sick, and probably not, well, maybe killing a bunch of people. Probably yes, though. But even though, if you guys haven't heard, if 100 people got the coronavirus, and then 93 people would be perfectly fine, and the other people would just be sick, really sick.
Yeah. So that's what you don't like about it. What do you like about it?
I do like that it's stopping school. Because I don't like school. It's boring.
Yeah, isn't your favorite class recess?
Yeah, no, my favorite class is lunch because you get to eat and go outside.
Yeah.
Because I like food. Food is yummy.
Yeah.
Yummy in my tummy. I don't eat too much though because I don't want to be fat.
So then you also like, okay, so no school.
No school.
What else?
And that's all I like about it.
So you don't like school. What don't you like about school?
It's boring.
Why is it boring?
Because it's boring because it is, and a lot of other people agree with me, like my friends.
What would make it not boring?
Stuff that I like.
Okay, what do you like?
I like video games. I like pizza. I like donuts.
So you want to go to school and eat pizza and donuts and play video games? That would be your ultimate school?
Yes.
Okay, but you do enjoy learning.
And instead of reading groups, eating groups.
Eating groups. But you do enjoy learning, though, right? I mean, you're really into science.
It depends on the subject.
Yeah. So what do you really enjoy learning? Like on your own, you like reading about bugs, right? Like spiders and space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like what if school was more of exposing you to those kinds of things to learn about? Would you be more interested?
Yes, but it'd mostly be the same.
Still be boring?
Yeah.
Well, like on your own, what inspires you and what motivates you to learn cool things on your own?
My interests.
Your interests.
And me and the person I want to be when I grow up.
Okay. So what person do you want to be when you grow up?
A marine biologist.
You want to be a marine biologist?
Yes.
That's cool. Why?
Because I like the ocean and I like science. Put those together, you get what I said.
Ah. That's cool. What about the ocean do you like?
I like that it has so many organisms and that it's so big. We've only really explored 3% of the oceans, and we have better maps of the moon and Mars than we do of the ocean. And I want to help build up better.
Is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Whoa. That's so crazy.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, the ocean. There's a lot of mystery
Yeah.
to be discovered. New adventures.
Maybe the megalodon is still alive.
Maybe, man.
I mean, it probably is, actually, because I read a book called Terrors of the Deep, and they went down into the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and on their way up, they saw a 100-foot-long shark. And there was a marine biologist and the pilot aboard. The marine biologist's name was Dom. They were probably Australian, because the Mariana Trench is probably somewhere near Australia, I think. And
what is this trench? Is it a deep trench, or
it's the deepest trench in the world?
How deep is it? Do you remember?
About 6,000 fathoms, and 1 fathom is 6 feet.
Wow, you're like smarter than me about this. That's awesome. That's so cool, man. 1 fathom
is 6 feet.
Are you just making this up, or is this a real thing?
It's a real thing.
Man, I need to go back to school. My son's smarter than me now.
You need to read more books. I learned that 1 fathom is 6 feet in the Uncle Scrooge book.
Oh. Wait, that's your source?
Exactly.
Okay, maybe we need to Google this. I don't know if you got it from a comic book. Okay. I'm gonna take back everything I said. No, comic books are fun. Maybe they can pique your interest, and then you need to find some better sources. Back those sources up. But anyway, it's still interesting, right? So
I'll search it up on my Silk browser when I get home.
Yeah. Okay, so
1 fathom equals, who knows?
So is it the depth of the ocean? Like, what specifically about the ocean, like, really intrigues you, interests you?
The depth of it.
The depth?
And the things that live in the depths.
Uh-huh.
And also the structures that are in the depths.
The structures?
Like the Lost City of Atlantis.
Oh, so you're interested in maybe the Atlantis stuff?
Yeah, because that's apparently where Godzilla lives.
Oh, okay. Godzilla. Yeah, I'm gonna find Godzilla. Okay, so what if school was designed in a way where they give you like time and resources to dive into, quote unquote, no pun intended, actually pun intended, dive into really learning what you want to learn about. Like, what if like they had an open class or open like a 2-hour block in a day and said, okay, right now you get to learn about anything you want.
What would I learn about?
Yeah, but the only requirement is you have to focus on that thing, but it could be whatever you want. And you could do it through a book or surfing the web, watching a YouTube instruction or YouTube educational channel on it, and then you have to give a little summary at the end to the class, like, hey, this is what I learned about in the past 2 hours. Do you think that would be more exciting, like more engaging?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna start at school.
I just don't like the summary part.
Oh, you don't want to give a summary?
No, I don't.
Because you're afraid to speak in front of other kids?
No. I've done 4 speeches in my life, and I didn't give any stage fright besides the one I did at my mom's wedding.
Oh, you've given 4 speeches?
Probably actually 5 or 6.
So what the summary part, what don't you like about that?
I don't like writing.
Well, you don't have to write it. You could okay, you have options. You could write it, or you could give a speech in front of the class.
Okay, I'd rather do a speech.
Okay, cool. So then people have options. They get to ooh, that's a good idea. Any way they want to summarize what they learned, they could do it in a collage, like an art piece, or they could express it in front of the class, or they could write something down, like in an email, and then share it with the teacher. Get it all a little bit digital, or they could write it by hand. I think that would be a really cool thing. Maybe that's something kids can do now, because everybody's at home. Maybe once a day, or maybe 3 times a week. They learn about something they're really excited about, and then tell their family what they learned, and have like a little sharing circle. I think that would be pretty cool. You want to do that next time? So between the next time I see you, we'll both commit to learning something new, and then create a way to share it with each other.
No.
You don't want to do that?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Come on.
No.
You said you were so interested in the ocean, in the depths. You could learn something new and cool, discover some new creature in the ocean that you didn't know existed, find out what it is, its name, its everything, and tell me about it. Wouldn't that be fun?
No.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to keep my end of the bargain. I'm going to learn something really cool and new.
Hey, it's on right now.
Yeah, I know. This is part of the podcast. It's a free flow conversation.
Let's change the subject.
You don't like talking about learning?
No.
Oh, okay. I guess that he doesn't want to talk about learning anymore. Why does learning have to be so the joy taken out of it? We need to put the joy back into learning. It's our mission as humans, as parents. Anyway, you want to talk about something new?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
You choose.
Okay. Learning.
No. No way.
The joy of learning.
No.
Okay.
No.
New topic. Okay. Let's do questions. I like that one because you started with favorite color. If you had $1 million, what would you do? $1 million.
I heard of this guy who said if he had
You gotta talk a little louder so I can pick it up.
If there was this guy, I heard of this guy, this 5th grade guy, who said if he had $1 million, he'd spend it all on V-Bucks.
On what?
V-Bucks. V-Bucks is basically money in Fortnite, and Fortnite is a game.
You would spend it. You would. Okay, that's what that guy would do. But what would you do?
I would use it to mask comes off when I do that. Let me think here.
Okay, maybe I'll start.
Yeah.
You can think about it. Well, if you're my age, you probably have some debt. So I think all of us would say, well, majority of us would say, pay off my debt. First thing. Second thing is I would buy a one wheel.
What's a one wheel?
It's a one wheel, and it's got two things to stand on each side, and the wheels in the middle. And it's electric, so you just cruise on the road or dirt trail, and it feels a lot like a snowboard, and it's a lot of fun. So I'd get one of those. Probably get a mountain bike, a paddleboard. I would get probably an electric van that can go. I don't know if they have them yet, but an electric van that can go up to 200 to 300 miles range, and then also it's 4x4, so I can take it to the mountain and do snowboarding, take you skiing and stuff like that. I'd probably also buy some land and build like a tiny home community or adventure van pit stop place for people to park, and then rent it out on Airbnb, run it through Airbnb, and keep podcasting and doing YouTube stuff with you, like Hair and Hats, Really Adventures, create.
And actually have Hair and Hats on YouTube?
Yeah, no, I made a Hair and Hats YouTube channel for us.
Oh.
So you can go on YouTube and type in Hair and Hats and watch everything we do. Isn't that gonna be cool? And you can share it with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You excited? Yeah. It's gonna be fun. And I would keep doing Really Adventures. So once we can start socializing again, I would create programs and places for people to be their authentic selves and discover who they really are and who others really are, and experience that together. Because when I've done that, it's to me it's gold. It's more valuable than gold.
For me,
it's priceless.
I would buy a bigger house for my family.
Uh-huh.
And the money to homeless people or the adoption center and the orphanage, and then buy an Xbox.
Dude, you're better than me.
Buy a laptop.
I like how you put Xbox after helping out other people. I talked about all the toys I wanted to get, and then helping other people. You're better man than me, Crosby.
And then I would...
By the way, we only have 10 minutes left. It only does 30-minute sessions. But we can do a part 2.
Sure.
But keep going.
I would also...
So you would donate money to who again? The homeless?
The homeless, the orphanage, which is...
The orphans? The orphanages?
Yes. Yes.
Do you know
Yes.
Uncle Mark?
No. I mean, yes.
Lives in Kenya? Hi, Mark. Huh? What? What are you whispering? What are you... No, don't get close. We're going to keep distance. No, we don't stop it. Okay. That's the rule with Really Adventure Podcasts. I don't edit them or stop them because it's all about being authentic. I will say he started an orphanage called Friends International, so it's a worldwide trade school orphanage. So they take kids off the street. They don't have parents or anything. They invite kids. They don't take them off the street. They invite them. And they teach them a trade like cooking, auto mechanics, anything they're interested in. And then they can go out and work in that trade. And he started that in Cambodia in 1997, 98, 95, something like that. Now it's a worldwide orphanage called Friends International. So you could donate money to that because you know it's legit because Uncle Mark started it with his best friend Sebastian. And you know how it started?
Yeah.
He was feeding some kids twice a week that didn't have a place to live or any food. And then he found out his friend Sebastian was doing the same thing different nights of the week. And they're like, well, why don't we just do this together? And they rented out a storage unit for the kids to sleep in. And then from that storage unit evolved Friends International, an orphanage that's worldwide. And it just started by a little act of kindness, and it grew into this giant worldwide organization that helps out all these kids. And they hire local people to run the orphanage. They don't have anybody come in from the outside. So it creates jobs for local people and then helps the kids out. It's amazing.
How much?
My brother is the best guy I know. I'm not even jealous. I'm just impressed.
How much does, you know how, you can buy a road? How much does that cost?
To buy a road?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'd also buy about 10 roads.
You buy 10 roads?
Yes.
Why 10?
Because if you buy roads, you can plant flowers, and that helps bees stay alive. Because I heard, this thing where bees, are, dying by man-made chemicals. And so I'd buy 10 roads and plant flowers all along the sides of them to help bees stay alive. Because without bees, we all wouldn't be here, and you all wouldn't be watching this.
Without bees?
Yeah, without bees, because we'd all be dead.
The bees keep us alive?
Yeah, they're pollinators.
They pollinate?
Yeah.
So things grow and we can eat them?
Yeah.
And then the animals eat the things that grow? It all comes back to bees, huh?
Mm-hmm. And hummingbirds and squirrels and bats.
It's all connected, people. Ecosystems.
And maybe some of you are bats or bees, which is probably very unlikely. But if you are, stay alive.
Do you think bats and bees would be able to listen to podcasts?
No, unless somehow
They have better things to do than listen to a podcast. They're boring. I'm gonna go pollinate some flowers. Eat some mosquitoes.
I don't think bees do that.
It's interesting you say bats because apparently that's how this virus started. was from a bat.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently.
Because bats eat seeds, and then they poop out the stuff that looks like juicy yogurt pudding, and that's basically like the seed. And
Okay.
there are millions of bats in one flock, and they all eat seeds, and then
Oh man.
they all start
We
pooping.
almost made it through this podcast without any fart noises. Almost. We got one fart noise in. Still.
That was supposed
You're doing good. You're keeping it a good dialogue.
and they all start pooping, and the seeds start falling onto the soil,
Yeah.
and that helps plants grow.
Man, you know your stuff. That's so interesting that you don't like school, but you like to learn all these cool things.
Everyone likes something.
Everybody likes something?
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Everybody likes something. It's good to...
And my friend Jaden likes dead memes.
What memes?
Dead memes.
Dead?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I don't get it.
Like memes that used to be like really like spreading.
Oh, like old school ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not like, so the dab was a meme that everyone was doing. It used to be like really famous. Then all of a sudden its fame like plummeted. I don't know what the word for that is. And almost like no one started using it anymore. And it turned into a dead meme.
Dead meme. No more meme.
The meme Uganda Knuckles is one of probably the newest memes. It's a Sonic meme.
Sonic meme?
Yeah, Sonic meme.
Sonic meme.
This is the meme. Do you know the way?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's okay.
That's the meme.
Okay.
Do you know the way? No. Do you know the way?
Well, let's talk about stuff that's a little more relative that people know. So, we talked about favorite color. If you had $1 million, what you would do. And we only have like 3 minutes left. Is there anything else you do with your $1 million, Crosby?
I would.
I like the planting flowers by the roads for the bees. That's kind of a cool idea.
I would also buy food for my family.
Uh-huh. For Lewis?
Yes. My little baby brother, 10 months old. He's super cute.
He is super cute.
If he was here, we'd definitely put him on camera.
Yeah. Just have Lewis on camera for 30 minutes. He is
Beware.
He is one of the cutest babies ever.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited to grow up with him?
Not really.
What? Really?
If you have a baby brother, you know what I mean. It's a nightmare.
Okay. You love him though.
Yes, I do. I love him very much.
Maybe you guys could explore the ocean together. You could be the ocean exploring brothers. Start a business.
Wouldn't you have to be brothers to be in the business?
Yeah, you guys are brothers. What are you talking about? You talking about me being in it? No, you guys can do that venture on your own.
I know.
I mean, I'll join once in a while, but that sounds like a Crosby journey. I mean, I like the ocean. Don't get me wrong, but I think you like it more. I think you like it more than I do.
Yeah, I definitely.
I love snorkeling. Do you like snorkeling?
I've never been snorkeling.
I gotta take you snorkeling.
Yeah. You take me a lot of places. You take me to Florida and you take me to Disney World.
Yeah, and then we went to the beach the next day, which was way more fun and way cheaper.
Way cheaper than going to Harry Potter Land. You saved like another $400, and it was like way more fun.
Yeah, it was $50 to go to the beach, rent a car to go to the beach. We had way more fun than spending another $400 at an amusement park.
And having no fun. Me and my family have this little habit where every time we enter a tunnel, we have to hold our breath, and we're about to go through a tunnel. So
Hold your breath. words, Crosby, for this Real You Adventure, our first Real You Adventure podcast together.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Any last words? No whispering? Tell the camera.
Yeah. Unless you publish that last video.
No, that was on my old phone, unfortunately. But this is our first published one. Yeah. We have 1 minute left. Okay. Any other questions to help us discover our real selves?
Write in the comments your favorite color and what you'd like us to talk about next.
Yeah, and if you had $1 million, what would you do?
Yeah.
It's an important question.
3, 2, 1, goodbye.
We're saying goodbye? Okay. All right, you're all amazing. Peace and love. Bye.